Welcome back. My name's Dr. Elaine Ham, and I'm the executive in residence at Tulane School of Medicine. And I'm very excited to pull the man behind the camera on the other side in front of the camera, just to switch it up a little bit. And so I'm very happy to have you on your very own show in a lot of ways. So
how about
welcome.
That? Always great to chat with Dr. Elaine Ham. So this is an absolute honor on my side to get to sit so close to such a star. So that's yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
That's the other reason I wanted to do this, because he tells me how great I am. So
well, she is, and in a lot of ways, making big impacts in life sciences. So
trying anyway.
I appreciate all of your work.
Well, and I know you very well, but I don't think the rest of them know you very well. So let's correct that immediately. So tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Don Davis. I am the CEO and founder of D3 Digital Media, and I am also the COO of MDDX. So we are a women's health and diagnostic company developing a diagnostic that focuses in on endometriosis and ovarian cancer for women.
I love that. Of course, I love that as someone that is developing a drug for endometriosis, but also someone that has endometriosis. So thank you for your work. It's incredibly difficult, and I would love to have a solution that isn't, hey, have surgery. So.
Right. Well, or I feel like there are so many inaccurate ways to diagnose, especially endometriosis, right? So you have,
absolutely,
something that's inside of your body that I, as a man, have never felt, but at the same time, I've heard even you describe it as, hey, look, my appendicitis pain felt a lot like my endometriosis pain. So I can only imagine, but there's all these undiagnosed women or poorly diagnosed women that essentially walk around with this disease all the time. And we're trying to create a diagnostic that says, yes, you positively have it, or no, you don't. It could be something else.
Yeah, no, that's really, really important, because a lot of us don't know that we have it. And the ways that we find out are sometimes by accident, like another surgery, and you discover you have it. So in the ways that we diagnose surgery, transvaginal ultrasound, that's not great in terms of a point of care system. So love to better understand your technology and what you're wanting to do.
Yeah, so we're creating a proteomic test. Dr. John Marginetti and Peter Dottino out of Mount Sinai essentially are licensing technology out of Mount Sinai. And the great thing is that we have all these longitudinal samples. So we have lots of women who have been to a clinic that had these diseases, and essentially, we wanted to use that information to better inform a diagnostic that would more precisely diagnose the ailment that these women had.
Yeah. Well, Kate, not just the diagnosis of the disease, is obviously a good thing that we need to solve, but that also helps enable therapeutics, because right now the clinical trials are so hard and complicated in so many ways, because the only primary endpoint we have is pain, and pain is a horrible primary endpoint because it's very subjective. That when I describe appendicitis as the level of pain I'm experiencing, it may be completely different for another woman. Sometimes you can have endometriosis with no pain, right, and be massively riddled with lesions. And so having that diagnosis and having something that's simple to be able to stratify patients and diagnose patients is how we're going to get more therapeutics out into the market. It's going to make clinical trials better, easier, faster, and hopefully get drugs to women that need it. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like there's so many people that are working in this space on the drug side. And there are few companies that are working on the diagnostic side. And I feel like the struggle is the same for every diagnostic company. And unfortunately, you have several companies that don't make it through the valley to death. I mean, they get, pretty far along with their research. Who knows what exactly their research is showing, but at the point in time that they might need it most, they're not getting funded. And that's kind of where MDDX is at this point as well. Not necessarily that we're on the brink of, the valley of death, but at the same time, we are looking for investment.
As always. Well, and so that you get to market before I do, so that I can use your technology to help, stratify patients in our clinical trial. What can this community do for you?
Yeah, I think the two biggest things for us, one is anytime that there's a way to collaborate with the community in terms of women samples and just having the capability of seeing more and more information that's out there, that obviously is valuable to us.
Yeah.
The second part is investment.
Yeah.
We're currently trying to close our A round, and we're currently looking for between 8 to 10 million is
Yeah.
kind of our bottom and top at this point.
And what does that 8 to 10 million get you to?
So we would have a CLIA approved test. We
Oh.
would be at a point where
Oh.
we essentially would be, we would have a test in the market and, be at a point where we would start to produce revenue of our own. And then from that, our current belief is that we would have to, evaluate where things go from there as to whether or not we would need additional rounds to fully fund an FDA cleared round.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Don. And for joining you.
Yeah.
Thank yourself for being on your show.
Well, this is actually Bio on the Bayou,
Absolutely.
KOL interview, and I really appreciate getting to be here and getting to talk to the community. And thanks a lot for the opportunity.
We're glad to have you. Thank you.